Welcome to Smallcraft Cruising and the second Herbert restoration video. Herbert is a somewhat neglected 1978 Fiberform 24 that we partially restored for a trip down the Mississippi River back in 2016, but we never finished. After a year in the mud, it's time to pull her out and get her going. You know, it does help if you unblock the tires. Side note here, when you're looking for a vehicle to tow your boat around, I highly recommend 4-wheel drive. When we originally worked on Herbert for the Mississippi trip, we planned to have 2 months to finish him from when he got back from fiberglass. We ended up having 18 days. We had to prioritize things like installing the engine and outdrive, rebuilding the bulkheads and structural supports, and running all the electrical for the entire vessel. This left the interior fairly unfinished, and there's a lot more to do to complete this project. For this video, I had one day to do as much for Herbert as I could, and while giving him a bath was not strictly a priority, if I've learned anything from the itsy bitsy spider, I think it was extremely necessary. Back in 2016, just after we left Grafton Harbor on day 1 of the Mississippi trip, Dan spilled a 7-gallon water jug and completely drenched the carpet in water. That, in addition to the Mississippi mud, rendered this new carpeting completely unsalvageable, and all of it has to come out. Next, I'm building the walls to the head since pooping behind a curtain wasn't a big selling point on this trip. Remember, I am not a professional craftsman, and this is not a how-to video. Cutting the board to fit the contour of the boat is a difficult task since none of the corners make right angles. I'm sure there are better ways to complete this task because my method was to make a cut, grab the wall, climb into the boat, pull the wall in with me to check fit and then measure, then climb back out of the boat, make another cut. Probably some room for improvement there. By the way, it was just over 100 degrees that day. But there's the finished wall ready for installation. On to less important matters. The black paint on the hull is very poorly done. It is extremely rough and I don't like the way it looks, so it's coming off. Just after the sun set, I had enough time to grab some teak oil and oil the teak and make it look nice again. Thanks for watching Smallcraft Cruising. There's always more to come. Please like and subscribe.